morning, class, receiving school students and teachers.
Good morning, Mrs. Watlangas.
How are you all this morning?
We are very well, thank you. And how are you this morning?
Very well, as usual, just like you all. You may be seated. Okay, we have a look at what we have there. Our phrase for this week. Be careful what you eat. Good. Anybody else? How about Helen? Do you want to add on something? William says, be careful what you eat.
Be careful in choosing your food right.
Okay, good. Choosing your food right, that you eat the right types of food. Good. Now, our unit is nutrition. Nutrition. I'd like you to think about what nutrition is. We have had guest speakers who already defined to you what the word nutrition is. I will come to that later. But if you look at what we have on the screen about nutrition, it actually shows us pictures of, Edward, pictures of what? Good, pictures of food, and I have some in front of me that should help you to try to reflect back to the definition that was given by the guest speakers on nutrition. Now, our topic is on food groups and sources. Food groups and sources. Now, you have looked at, together with the guest speakers, on 4 food groups. However, one of the food groups, we have separated vegetables from fruits. So instead of having 4 food groups, we will be looking at 5 food groups. Now, our topic activity is to identify the different foods and the food sources. Now, food sources is actually talking about the type of food that belongs to the different food groups. Now, example, I have this big pawpaw here. Okay, pawpaw is a food, but this pawpaw belongs to one of those food groups. It doesn't belong to all the food groups, only to one certain food group. We will come to that later in the lesson. Now let's reflect back to the definition for nutrition. Nutrition. If somebody can tell me what nutrition is. Yes, Shane?
A study of foods and its nutrients and how the body uses it to carry out its functions.
Very good. Okay, clear. You have all heard what Shane has said, the definition, and it's on the screen. I'd like the class and the receiving school students to quickly get those definitions done. If you did not get it written in the previous lessons we had with a guest speaker. Food. What is food is the next. Now, if you look at the definition, we have the word food and nutrients. Food and nutrients. You've also had these 2 words mentioned by the guest speakers, food and nutrients. Now, if somebody can tell me what you think food is. These are all the foods I have here on the table. You have had a look at different types of food under that unit, nutrition. If someone can tell me what food is, or what is food? What is food? Pawpaw is a food. Coconut is a food. Tapioca is a food. All these I have, they are all food. But what are they really? What is food? Anybody? Any from group 1? What do you think food is? Violet?
Something that we eat that helps our body to function well.
Something that we eat to help our body to function. Very good. Any others besides the definition that Violet has given us? Okay, we actually eat food to help our body to live and to work. Like she has said, function, to work. We also eat food. Okay, food also helps to satisfy our hunger. When you are hungry, you have some thunder rolling in your stomach. And to stop that thunder, you have to eat food. So that food satisfies that hunger that you have. So actually, there could be other reasons, or there could be other definitions, but we have one: food is anything that is eaten to satisfy one's hunger, and also so that our body can live. Okay, again, if I can have the students in the receiving schools, please get that copied quickly, as well as the model class. Now, while you are having that written, I'd like you to also think about nutrients. Nutrients, you had a look at that also with the guest speakers. What are nutrients? That is our next question, that we try to define what nutrients are. What are nutrients? What are nutrients? Thank you, Hayano.
Substances found in food which the body uses to carry out its functions.
Very good, thank you. Clear definition given. There are substances in the food that the body uses to carry out its functions. Okay, to simplify that, we also have where it says there are substances in the food that is used by the body for growth, energy, and protection. Growth, energy, and protection are actually the functions of the body. That is how the food is used by the body. Once again, if you can have that copied quickly, please. Now, so the three main functions in the body are growth, energy, and protection. These are the three main functions the body uses the food that we eat to help the body with. Now, under these three main functions, we also have 5 food groups. 5 food groups. And before we can come to that, once again, you also looked at 4. And I've said vegetables and fruits are put together. However, we've separated those 2, and that is how we have 5 food groups. So if I can have Paul D to tell us one of the food groups quickly. Staple. Okay. Another, Jennifer.
Protein food.
Protein. Okay, let's have the third from Yes Ovin.
Yeah.
High energy food.
High energy. Fourth, yeah, Elisa. And we'll have Harold for the last one.
Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables.
Give me one. I've already said those two have been separated, so we have 5.
Fruits.
Fruits. Harold, the last one?
Vegetables.
Vegetables. Okay, so these are the 5 food groups that we have. We have staple, high energy, protein, vegetables, and fruits. Now, I have some food here with me on the table, and I'm going to get some of you to help and put this food in the correct food groups. Okay, so who is willing to do staples for us? From this food I have, I'd like you to select the food that is staple food. Let's have somebody different. We had Elisa already. Come on quickly. Okay, thank you, Trisha. You have to move out quickly and just among this, come over here and do yeah, you get to know all the food that's in staple group, food group. Yeah, check around, there's some more. Okay, Trisha has rice. She has cocoa, bananas. Any more? Trisha is giving me coconut. Do we put it with staples? Okay, Trisha, check. Do I put this together with this? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you, Trisha. So these are some of the staple foods. Okay, let's have a look at the next, which is protein. Protein. Protein, yes, Brendan. Okay, Brendan has given me these two. Any more? Any more? Okay, those who are sitting in front, any more here with the foods that I have? Huh? Okay, so thank you, Brendan. Sit down. We have this, which are in the protein group. Okay, we have high energy, high energy, high energy. Let's have carrot, please. High energy. This is what we have left, please. Move quickly. From there. Okay. Okay, that's what carrot has given me for high energy. Any more? Over there. Okay, it says nut. Is this high energy? Yes, it is. Okay. Nut can be in high energy group or protein. Okay, thank you. Now we have fruits left, fruits and vegetables. Adrian, move quickly. So we have the pawpaw and we have the banana. So these are our fruits. And what's left is the vegetables. And there are many others, but these are just examples of some of the food. Okay. Now can someone tell me what staple foods are? What are staple foods? What are staple foods? Yes, Trisha?
Foods that contain large amount of carbohydrates and are bases of meals.
Okay, good. Now to make it simple, we have staple foods are main starchy foods that are eaten by an individual, family, or community. Staple foods. Now we also have high energy foods also there. And if I can have Tulanga to read for us quickly, as the others get them done. If you got them down during the guest speaker's presentation, don't take it down. But if you haven't, then you should try to get it down as Tulanga reads. High energy, please.
High energy foods are foods that contain fat in them. Greasy foods.
Okay, good. So high energy foods are actually greasy foods. How about protein foods? Protein foods. Anna, how about protein foods? That is staple and high energy, but what about protein foods?
Have red meat in them.
Come on again.
Have red meat and fat.
Okay, good, thank you. Fruits and vegetables, they go together. Can somebody tell us what fruits and vegetables are? Fruits and vegetables are. How about Raymond? Fruits and vegetables.
The colored fruits.
Okay, they are all the colored foods. Now, fruits and vegetables are known as colored foods because if you look at vegetables and fruits, you see that they all have different colors, red, yellow, orange, and many other colors. Protein foods are foods that help to build the body. Now we just go quickly through some examples of some of the foods that belong to those 5 food groups. You have already seen some examples done with the food that we have available with us in the classroom. Staples. Staple food you have seen, Trista, with rice, cassava or tapioca, bananas, and cacao. Now we have just some examples of some of those staple foods, but there are many others besides what we have on the screen and what we have with us available in the room. High energy foods. These are some of the high energy foods we have on the screen and also some in the room. The next we have is the protein foods. We have beans, peanuts, eggs, pork, meat from pig, fish, and there are others also besides this. Fruits, that's what we have on the screen. We also have some with us in the room. And lastly, vegetables. So those are some of the vegetables that we have. Now, so you have just seen examples of some of the foods that belong to each of those different food groups. Now, food, because they all belong to different food groups and they all have different nutrients, when we eat, we don't have to eat one type of food. If we only eat banana, if we're only eating banana, you just boil banana in the morning and have it with a cup of tea, you're only getting one type of food. You're only eating food from only one food group, that is staple. Okay? So we have to mix, have a variety of food so we are able to get whatever we can get, whatever nutrients we can get from all those foods. Now, our lesson activity, we have two. They are very simple activities. And you're going to work in groups. If I can have Quarry to read for us quickly the first activity.
In your own groups, discuss and list 2 foods from each of these 5.
Okay, that's a simple activity. 2 foods from each of the 2 food groups. Make sure you don't write down what we have in the room. I'd like to see your own food groups, food that you come up with. Our second activity, Regina, please. While Regina is reading it, if I can have the runners come up quickly and get your papers. Regina? Very good. Now, once the runners sit down, I'll just go quickly through what you should do for the second activity. These markers here, but they are not working. Just try them. Now, the second activity, it says, how can the 5 food groups be grouped under the 3 main functions? Now, I have the 3 main functions. We have growth, energy, and protection. These are the 3 main functions. For second activity, you are to put these 5 food groups, write them under the correct functions. Okay? Where should staple food go? Where should protein go? High energy, fruits, and vegetables. Okay, do you all know what to do for the second activity? Somebody say no. Yes. Now, these are the 3 main functions of the body, how the body uses the food. Under the 3 main functions, you are to write these foods, okay, food groups under the correct functions. So, staple, should it go under growth? Does the body use staple food for growth? Then you think about that and get them under the correct functions. Okay, it's not going to take you long. I'm giving you 5 minutes, not 10 minutes. So get that work done quickly. put it one later. Only 2 foods for each of those 5 food groups. Quickly. If you have looked at the food sources that we looked through, then you should know what to write. Now I said 5 minutes, so we all have to move our hands quickly. Where? No, that's cow. You're supposed to be writing on the paper I gave you. Shouldn't take you long. The first group that finishes, we will all stop. Okay, when you come to the second one, you just have those 3 finish. Please move your hands quickly and take your paper. Okay, good. If you looked at the screen, we went through food sources. Yes. No, meat is protein.
Meat is protein. Protein foods are foods that help they build the body.
What's there?
Thin fish.
Thin fish, that's protein.
Yeah, but
That's
they
for
build the body.
growth.
They build the protein, so it's protein foods. Foods that help build the body.
Build a body meaning it helps the body to grow.
Grow,
Yeah. Okay, now you put your those 5 food groups there. Underline those ones. You put those 5 food groups quickly. So we'll have your group. Those 5 food groups that you have there, that's... Okay, so you either should be talking about where should staple food go? Staple food group go. Where should it go? Protein. Staple. Think carefully. Staple. You finished yours? I said 5 minutes and we're already going over 5. Okay. Then underline your food groups. You can use the what? Okay, then under that you put your food groups. Underline those, yeah, okay, good. Okay, where should your staple food group go? Think carefully. Grow, that's food that helps your body to grow. Think carefully. Now listen, when you are putting these 5 food groups under the main functions, growth is talking about food that helps the body to grow. Okay, it helps the body to grow, helps in building the body and making the body to grow. Okay, energy, foods that help to give you strength and energy to move around, to work, and all that. Protection, foods that help to protect you from sicknesses, from diseases. Okay, so please think carefully when you are putting these food groups under these 3 main functions that they have in the body. Any group finish? Okay, if you can bring your paper out. Okay, so we will have group 3 and group 1 to present their papers. How about group 5? Okay, we will have group 1, 3, and 5, but let's have group 3 first. Then we have group 1 and 3. Put it there. Okay, stand over here. If you want here, use the pointer. You don't need it. Okay, Patricia from group 3 is going to share with us their group work.
Activity 1, staple foods, sago taro protein, then flaps chicken, high energy, oil butter, fruits, orange, apple, vegetables, avocado carrot. Activity 2, growth, staple, energy, high energy, protein, fruits and veggies.
Okay, good, thank you. We have group 1, please. Okay, Adrian from group 1.
First one is staple is cacao and sago. High energy is peanut and oil. Protein is pork and fish. Vegetable is greens and carrot. Fruits is mango and apple. Growth is protein, staple. Energy is high energy, and protection is fruits and vegetables.
Okay, good, thank you. We'll have group 3, and we will once again look at those 3 after we have the group 5 to present this. Linda, who is coming from your group? Okay, Anna from group 5. Come here.
For ours, we got staple food is cacao and yam. The protein is milk and pork. High energy is coconut and butter. Vegetables are greens and broccoli. Fruits are mango and pineapple. And for the second activity, protein comes under growth. Also, it's staple. And energy is high energy. Protection is vegetables and fruits. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Now, I'd like us to have a look at what we have the 3 groups papers first. Now, especially the second activity, not the first. The first, your answers are correct with the types of food or the food sources for each of the food groups. Now, the second activity, we got ourselves a bit confused probably not putting some of the food groups in the correct place. So I'd like us to work on that together. Okay, we have can I have my marker? Now, under growth, a lot of you had here, we have staples. We have protein and staple. We have protein and staple here. Now, under growth, we only have protein. Okay, only one protein under the function growth. Now, under energy, we have staple. And what is the next one? High energy. Okay, and the last two, fruits and vegetables, they go under protection. So that is how they should have been grouped under each of those main functions. Growth, we have protein, energy, staple, and high energy. Protection, fruits and vegetables. Now, our next lesson activity is going to be on nutrients. Nutrients. Now, our guest speakers have also made a mention of, in their presentation, on what nutrients are, okay, and what their functions are. I'd like you, as your homework, okay, you just have a look through your notes, just to reflect on what nutrients are and what their functions are. Functions, actually, the work that the nutrients do in the body once you eat food, certain type of food. So our next lesson activity is identifying different nutrients and their functions. Now, this is a reminder to the teachers. Teachers, you are to refer to the Home Economics for Papua New Guinea, Book 1, pages 33 to 58, to help you with information on food groups, sources, nutrients, and their functions in the body. A lot of information will be taken from that book, so if you have that book, look through it to help you in teaching what we have to go through for the rest of this term. A key phrase? Gima, key phrase?
Nutrition.
Okay, nutrition. Anybody else have another besides Gimas? Gima says nutrition. Anybody else? Yes, Brendan, what do you say?
Groups and sources.
Okay, food groups and sources. Let's see who is correct. So we have food groups and sources as our key phrase. And with that, good morning, class. Our good children in the receiving schools with your teachers.
Receiving school teachers, here's your reference for the next lesson. Strand, substrand, outcome, topic, materials, and reference.